E3 is just around the corner, and today we're going over my preview, predictions, and surprises. Now, I think it makes sense first to have a quick recap as to why it's going to be called Xbox and Bethesda E3, and it only makes sense for this to come from, well, Phil Spencer himself. Anyway, here we go, and enjoy.
So obviously I can't sit here and say every Bethesda game is exclusive, because we know that's not true. There's contractual obligations that we're going to see through, as we always do in every one of these instances. We have games that exist on other platforms, and we're going to go support those games on the platforms they're on. There's communities of players. We love those communities, and we'll continue to invest in them. And even in the future, there might be things that have either contractual things or legacy on different platforms that we'll go do. But if we're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know is this is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists. And that's our goal. That's why we're doing this. That's the root of this partnership that we're building, and the creative capability we will be able to bring to market for our Xbox customers. It's going to be the best it's ever been for Xbox after we're done here.
Microsoft opening up E3 with Halo Infinite just makes sense. We need to see what this looks like in motion, since they've had a year to work on it since the delay. And I think they're going to impress us. Now, you have to realize that this is the first free-to-play multiplayer for Halo, and it's a big deal. We've only seen a few screenshots when it comes to multiplayer, and I think we're going to see a very traditional showing when it comes to Halo. Halo is usually shown off with a campaign trailer, followed by multiplayer footage, and then a beta kind of release date. I think we'll see all that. It makes sense, and a lot of people are looking forward to this game, because you have to remember, Halo Infinite is going to be one of the biggest games of the year. Halo is one of the biggest franchises in gaming. So, as big as it is, I think Microsoft want to get Halo Infinite just out of the way, because look, it's going to be a good game. We just need to see it. And I think people will be happy with what they see, and we'll find out next week. Now, when it comes to more games, we'll get to that in a minute, but I think Microsoft will show off more backwards compatible stuff. People love the FPS boost program. People love the resolution enhancements, and we have had rumors that there may be more games added to the backwards compatibility program, and I've seen that every day on Twitter. People really want more games, and I think we could see more. Now, there's developers around the world working on Xbox Series X and S games, big and small, and you have to realize a lot of third-party games are either revealed and or shown off on the Xbox stage. So I do think we'll see things like chorus gameplay there. This is a next-gen looking space combat game, and it's gorgeous. 4K, 60 FPS, ray tracing, all being listed. And I do think we could see more Warner Brothers games there, even though their own show is going to be based on Back 4 Blood. It makes sense, really, to have more partner titles there, even if it's just a quick clip in a highlight reel, and we will see third-party games there. Stalker 2 is going to be one of the biggest games, and it's the first time the franchise has come to console. It's a big deal, and it's also going to launch an Xbox Game Pass, which is also a big deal. And we're going to see gameplay, I believe. This game is going to look absolutely nuts. The visual fidelity is going to be unlike anything you've seen in an open world game on Xbox, on console. Now, when it comes to optimized games, people want more. People want to see more what these next generation Xbox consoles can do. And I think we're going to see a lot of these games, be it in a highlight reel or just one after another. And there's a lot of games in development for next gen Xbox right now. So I do believe we will see a lot of games, a lot of big games announced to use the Xbox Series architecture. Now, when it comes to Xbox Game Pass, Microsoft is seemingly going after more bigger titles day one launching Xbox Game Pass, and I believe we will see several titles, big games, coming to the service day one, and it's going to leave a big impact. Now, Xbox Game Studios has grown a lot over the past few years, and if you had asked me 5 years ago where would they be now, I wouldn't have been able to guess where they are now. And the thing is, they have like 23 studios, most of which consist of multiple teams working on multiple games. Now that's exciting because they have more games in development right now than they did all of last gen combined. Really think about it. You have a wide variety of genres in development. Games are going to be showing off. And we're going to see more games that we've heard about in the past. And the thing is, it's exciting. So if you're a fan of things like the upcoming Flight Simulator game, it's coming to Xbox. It's already been rated. And I do believe we will see an announcement for the release date on console during E3. Also, I believe we could see a beta that same day. And a lot of people have been itching to play this. It's a gorgeous game. It's possibly the most photorealistic game ever made. And frankly, if you want something to show off these Xbox Series consoles, this is going to do that. And frankly, it literally is just gorgeous. Now, when it comes to all of Xbox's games in development, we have to realize that they have things like Forza. Now, Forza Motorsport was announced first, but as everyone knows, Horizon 5 leaks. It's going to be set in Mexico, and look, it's going to be gorgeous. Forza Horizon has never let people down, and it's going to be what people like. More Horizon. Now, Psychonauts 2. Double Fine make quirky games, and Psychonauts 2 is a super crisp looking 3D platformer. I do believe we will see a release date announced at E3. I do believe it will release shortly after E3 during the summer. It makes sense. It was content complete in January. It's came a long way, and frankly, this is probably one of the most polished platformers I've seen on the platform in a long time, which is exciting because we don't get a lot of them now, and it just looks good. Now, Ninja Theory are making multiple games right now, and with Hellblade being the first game to be shown off for the platform, I do believe we could see more this year. Again, using super photorealistic graphics, third-person game, people been wanting more of those on Xbox, and we're going to see that. And you have to remember that we could also see Project Mara, this psychological horror game by Ninja Theory. Ninja Theory can make a wide variety of games, which is another exciting thing about them, because with their new studio space, the sky's the limit, really. And it's an exciting time because they have all this interesting tech, a lot of in-house mocap tech at the same time, which we could see more of this year. Which, to me, it's exciting stuff because the technology is just really impressive at the end of the day. And Ninja Theory have a lot of games to show, and we could see that. Now, Obsidian are another studio that are making multiple games right now, and Avowed being one of them. This is their first-person Pillars of Eternity universe game. It's going to be big, and I believe we could see gameplay this year. It's rumored to come out late next year, and it makes sense to have Obsidian there in a big way because people want to see more of these games. And Avowed is going to be one of the biggest games because you haven't had a game like this since Skyrim. Now, Bethesda. Look, it goes without saying, it's a big deal. Now, I have theorized in the past that we will see a lot of Bethesda games this year. So, Arcane Studios is rumored to be making a vampire game, which kind of makes sense because they do make weird games. Weird in a good way. And the thing is, it could be an immersive sim. That's what they do. Arcane make really detailed immersive sims. Now, I do think we will see things like Wolfenstein 3. Now, I have heard rumors about this over 6 months ago that we could see Wolfenstein 3 announced and released this year. You have to think about it. Machine Games has been quiet for 4 years. They've only just started development of Indiana Jones. It makes sense. There's been enough time. It just makes sense. Now, Starfield. I do believe they will close out the show with Starfield. This is their first new RPG IP in like 25 years. And it's third person. And all we know is that it's a space exploration RPG. And it's one of the most ambitious games to date by Bethesda. And I think people will be surprised by what's shown. Because again, Bethesda has never made a game like this. Todd Howard has said that they have gone far and beyond with this game. And when it comes to space exploration RPGs, we don't really see a lot. Now, I do think we could see snippets of Halo and stuff like that, and maybe teasers for the Outer Worlds 2. And I do believe we will see things like small trailers for spin-offs and expansions for more first-party games, more like a Gears Tactics and, you know, Hive Busters style things, because again, those spin-offs and expansions have gone down really well, and I think adding to them would just be great for everyone. I think it's going to be a fantastic week. It's going to be a fantastic show from Microsoft. All the developers from all the companies seem really excited about the week. Microsoft seem excited about the show. We haven't had an E3 in 2 years, so be excited. There's going to be a lot of games revealed. Again, back to having consistent game announcements over 1 week as opposed to 4 months is just the right way to go. This is how gaming is. It's how it should always be. E3 is the best thing for gamers. Anyway, if you've enjoyed today's video, please hit like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. You'll be notified to my next video. I have another video coming out before E3, which I think people will like. And yeah, let me know what you want to see at E3 in the comments down below. And my Twitter will be in the description down below, where I talk about game stuff every day on Twitter, and I interact with everyone. Anyway, I'm out. Hope everyone has a good day. E3 is next week. Good times. Peace.